Umsasazi.
Nathi siyaphila Mr. Nje ngamafutshane benzocela wena Mr. Mninawa uzi-introduce kumphulaphula wa-IVCR FM, and then after that unike uMr. Morgan Gould naye akwazi uzi-introduce azibulisele.
MTN. Sisuka ngapha eBhayi. Siqonde masiza apha kwelicala laseKomani. Ndiyabulisa abaphulaphula.
Molo Molo sir. That's as far as his Xhosa Sam will go. To Amapulapuli, good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Mr. We're pleased to have you in Queenstown Studios, and also to be with us kuyo le ntshonalanga namhlanje. I have a question for you, Mr. Mninawe. I want to first start with you. My first question for you is, what is the MTN 8 tournament bringing this season? What is the campaign?
Siyabulela msasazi nakubaphulaphuli ngelixesha nisinike lona apha. Kaloku siyayazi mosinto ye-MTN 8 into yobana seza timu ziye zakwazi uba maziphumelele kwiligi ibiphela kule season iphelileyo. So ke ezo team ke zi-8 ziyakhompyutha ke siyayazi loo nto leyo. But into ibalulekileyo ngoku sithetha ngento uba abantu bazokufila. And loo nto ke sithetha ngayo kuba sifuna nalapha e-Eastern Cape niyazi into yobana u-MTN 8 ukhona, besijikeleza apha nangona singenayo itimu ekhoyo apha ichipa mosiniyazi azikho. Abantu bathetha ngo-MTN 9 ngoku ingathi ngeba khona abafuna ungena nabo asibazi. But ke siyavuya into basilapha e-Eastern Cape, siye naseMthatha, saya naseBhayi, saya naseMonti. Ngoku silapha kwicala seKomani so that nani zosifilisha. Thank you.
This question is directed to Mr. Morgan Gould. As a former soccer player himself, can you explain the goals of charity initiative within the MTN 8 tournament? How does it work, and what kind of impact does it aim to achieve in the communities?
Look, firstly, I thank the opportunity for me coming here to Vugani FM and opportunity to interact with you. Firstly, MTN is a brand that prides themselves, over the 31 years of existence. They like to give back to the community, and Goals for Charity works in the tournament. If any team that scores a goal from minute 0 to minute 90 within the competition, they are contributing one for each goal. It's 20,000 rand. So right now we are standing at a whopping 380, and if you can do your maths, that's plus minus 16 goals. So that money will go all to charity. Obviously, the different regions that MTN allocates it to, which we are just coming to spread the message to say, even if you are not in the tournament, I think just support your team. And as Mr. Peters said here, it's one of those things where bazokufila, abakufile, because it's the banter, it's the sport-loving people that are coming out, and these are the people that we're trying to touch and the communities that we're trying to touch. And I must say, you've got a very beautiful province, and it's well looked after, it's well taken care, and obviously the MTN region has requested us to come here. They've been here before, but we are here with a beautiful, shiny piece that this is the actual trophy that we bring out. So without any further ado, I think we're just honored to be here.
Thank you so much, Mr. for that answer. For Mr. Peter, since you're dealing with customers and people, how can customers be part of the campaign, and what are the prizes they can win?
So apha e-Eastern Cape zininzi into esizenzayo ndizakuxelela mva zona, but sizathola ngo-national. National sine-competition apho siwinisa khona i-10 million in prizes. So ii-customers ke zethu ziyakwazi uba zingene kuloo competition. Indlela ilula ke, uba kho ku-MTN ambofuna i-SIM card, then uload i-airtime ye-20 rand minimum. Uba ku-MTN, same thing. Then uyakwazi after that udayele u*142#, and then uselect MTN 8. Uyawubona ke phaa ke ngoku every week sinazo ii-prizes esizinikezelayo, ranging from i-data, ii-momo vouchers, a whole lot of prizes. So abantu bayakwazi ufumana loo nto. Apha ke ephondweni sesaqonda uba kuba ke silapha ephondweni sinazo into esisinikezelayo. Ngomso for an example, sizabe enonisi mall kwalapha eKomani. So nalapho ke abahlali nabantu abasebenzisa u-MTN bazakwazi urecharge bawin ii-prizes phaya. Enye into abanayo ezoba special into yoba uMorgan uzabe phaya ephethe le cup. bazokwazi uthatha pictures. At least ke I think loo nto leyo yabangela abantu bonwabe kakhulu abalapha Eastern Cape. Thank you.
Mr. Morgan, beyond direct donations, how does MTN engage with fans and the broader community during the MTN 8 tournament through competitions and also digital platforms? Provide examples in specific initiatives, Mr.
Look, I'll talk what touched my heart today. We were at the high school, Lovuyo Lurumo High School, and MTN has sent us as their troops to go out and deliver something of significance, because these are the communities that we all grew up, we all come from, and we need to inspire before we expire. And one of the things that we did is we delivered equipment with, we had netball jerseys, we had soccer jerseys, and some equipment for those things to, obviously, sometimes you can't just leave the equipment and not leave the uniform. But MTN felt it, let's give confidence where, not that there's low in confidence, but where you can add value. And they felt it, the need to add value by not bringing me out and giving a clinic, but just embracing the schools that we are all from, because I come from the same neighborhood, similar to where we were. And it goes without saying that MTN prides themselves and the consumers that are on the ground to give back and show that not only is it a big brand, it is a brand that cares for the larger community.
Mr. Mninawa, last question for Mr. Just to describe the MTN 8 Legacy Program and the Dream Bags initiative. What is their purpose and which communities do they primarily benefit?
Yeah, okay. I think Morgan has touched a little bit on it. But what we are doing around in the Dream Bags, we look for communities there to the townships, and we provide the support, and the support in terms of the kids, as we have just mentioned. And also, Morgan has also given some clinics to the kids there to tell them what is the importance of being part of the team and why people, when one is down, you need to support them, because it's all about that. And they must continue engaging in sport. And these kids that we're giving, we're saying is dream bags. So sithetha ngamaphupho abantwana, that these dreams are very important, and we must keep supporting them, because no more can bayile esikolweni babuya babazi professionals. So sithi kwabantwana, nani ningaba ngabo oMorgan. And kamandi kwesi sikolo siye kuso, sifumanise into yobana they are very big in sport, and they've got examples of children that are also playing nationally and also representing at a world level from a netball perspective. So we're happy as MTN to be part of that legacy. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Ms. Denje. And just know about DJ Abs asiqale ezindabeni phambi siqukumbele very fast. Okanye siqukumbele. Mr. Morgan, just before we let you guys go, now we want to ask you one last question. How do the community's engagement efforts related to MTN 8 align with the MTN's broader corporate social investment strategy and goals outside of the football tournament?
Look, I think it goes without saying, for the reason why they come out, is the community, firstly, are the ones that are the consumers. Secondly, they don't look beyond just their borders. They look in different regions. I'm sitting here with a gentleman that comes from this region, and to say that this is actually the best region when it comes to consumer sales. And I think in those words, I can't say any more. However, we want to go into other regions, and we, as we promised, first time they were around, this time they came with the trophy. Now I brought this trophy, so I think I need a stand somewhere. Ngizokhona ukukhululeka. Yeah, Vugani, please, if there's anybody with a stand that's not vacant, I am here, and I'll be part of the community.
Before we let you go, Mr., I just want to ask you one last question, but funa uqale siya kwi-headlines zendaba, then sikwazi uyiqukumbela nje 2 minutes of your time.
Ixesha licala emva kwentsimbi yesine kwijelo losasazo iVukani FM, amathole endaba nawaphathelwa nguNikilita Benz. Mandibulise mphulaphuli. Abahlali baseKomani kootywe Bono Street bakhala ngamanzi amdaka anelindle amileyo ngaphambili nangaphandle kwizindlu zabo. Inqaku lokugqibela lithi umphathiswa wezolimo uNonceba Khontsiwe negqiza lakhe ahamba nalo ephelekwa ngumasipala intsika yethu uvule ngokusesikweni echama ama-sharing shed kumasipala intsika yethu izolo. Ngelo nqaku mandizibambe phulaphula iindaba ezipheleleyo ngentsimbi yesihlanu.
Yeah, Mr. Morgan, asikwazi ukuye kuhambe without having your insights on the quarter-final second leg ezabe zithatha inxaxheba okanye that will be taking place this weekend. First quarter-final izabe Mamelodi Sundowns okanye Orlando Pirates versus Mamelodi Sundowns at Lucas Moripe Stadium. Second izabe iSukukune United versus Stellenbosch FC by Peter Mokaba Stadium. Your predictions on the quarter-finals, Mr. As a former football player yourself.
So can I just take you back and put everything in a line? MTN 8 has 8 legends, and as well as you know that there are only 4 teams left, and our 8 legends have been assigned teams. So myself, I'm assigned with Stellenbosch. Mangana's obviously assigned with Mamelodi Sundowns. Luckily, Qwati with Pirates, and Brent Carlse. Why I'm explaining this to you, before Mangana won last year's last legend standing, and his CSI project went to Intuzum. So you see, not only do we get the limelight, but the limelight doesn't go to us, it goes to beyond the broader community. And that's one of the ways where currently MTN is saying, you know what, not only do the legends get to give back into the communities, don't forget the 4 that are out, they each get 20,000 and they still contribute to their communities. The rest that are there are fighting for a prize money of 180, which will go into a community of the winner's choice. Njengoba mina, I'm here. I am praying and hoping that the team that I'm paired up with, which is Stellenbosch versus Isikukune, I come through and I make it to the final. And if the people of Queenstown are nice to me, maybe ngizayileta apa a contribution to say, you know what, let's do something within the community. However, should that not happen, I can still say the little portion that I get, I can still contribute, but it's obviously up for discussion. Sizo Kuluma with the people of Queenstown. Going into the game, it's going to be a very interesting one. I'd like to start with, obviously, the Stellenbosch and Skukune. Skukune is 2-0 down. They are playing at home, Peter Mokaba Stadium. It's going to be a very interesting one where it's going to be mind-boggling, to say the least, because 2 respected coaches that have done very, very well in their teams. Steve Buck on the one side has coached only one team since inception from when Stellenbosch started, and I had the opportunity to play under him. So I know how he thinks, how he plans. I won't give it away to the other team. And I also played for Skukune on the other hand, a team that, in a lack of a better word, they like signing good quality players, but they haven't gotten the trophy to say, you know what, this is what we're signing for. This is the opportunity for them to get their hands onto silverware. However, they are 2-0 down, and it's going to be an interesting one. It's not going to be a boring game, so I urge the people to go out in their numbers to the Peter Mokaba Stadium to go and support, and make sure you have your ticket in your hand. We don't want fatalities of any sort, because ticket esandleni, or you can watch it on your television screen. And then the most anticipated one, the final before the final, Sundowns versus Orlando Pirates. If I look at this beautiful trophy here, I see Pirates' name here, but it says 2024. It remains to be seen, Uguti, who's going to take this trophy out of Pirates' hands.
Okay.
The possibilities are endless, but as we speak, the trophy hleli le eParktown. And we asked them at Parktown, Anisbole again, because there's a possibility that it can leave Parktown. Sundowns have it all to do, because they, in the past years, they haven't been winning the first trophy of the year. Now is the opportunity to change the narrative to say, as Amasanta won, this is the first trophy that we want to take and we will take. So it remains to be seen. And Pagania right now, Coach Wadu is doing a phenomenal job. As we saw yesterday, they got to win their game. On the other hand, Mamelodi Sundowns also won their game. So, two teams going into this weekend with both have been won, both being nervous for the next step into the final. And the next step for them is to play the game to the best of their ability and give us goals, because we want our charities to benefit from this. And I see us reaching the 500,000 mark. And obviously, as MTN, they'll go into the different regions and spread this charitable work or charities that are going to benefit from this. And I just urge the people to stay glued to your screens. Unfortunately, Queenstown, it's a bit too far to go to all the stadiums in Gauteng, but I heard earlier on, there are a couple of people that are leaving tomorrow to head out to the stadiums, and we're saying safe travels, go there, come back in peace, because beyond football, there's the human element, and we must respect and understand that bazokufila wafa.
Sasazi.
Sure,
Hayi
sure.
Morgan uyasiqhatha. Akayinikanga lo prediction ubuyibuza.
Akayinikanga
Akanikanga yiphi winayo. Akafuni unika.
Okay, Mr. Van
Ngihamba nawe uyangijikela. Okay, let me give you the prediction. Stellenbosch iyangena efinalini.
kwenye i-quarter final.
The first one will go is Stellenbosch. The second one, Mr. Mninawa, now ngicela nawe uthathe le Pirates eSundowns, and then we'll discuss this in the final if we meet.
Noma zi-penalties. Asiyazi phela lapho. Kulakhela.
Oh, hey, no, yambona Mr. Mninawa, he doesn't want to commit. I committed, Mr. Mninawa.
He said draw, then
Which
it's
draw?
penalties.
Which draw, Mr. Mninawa? Please put your head on the block. Party, put your head on the block and say, you know what? I'm going to reach this target.
Amake siniki parade kodwa lena.
Oh, uyayinika.
Siniki parade lo.
Hayi, abayisebenzeli uyayinika Mr. Mninawa. Hayi cha, hayi.
Basibulele kwi-guests zethu ngaphayana estudio. Ngenxa yexesha kuzonyanzeleka sinikhulule. Mr. Mninawa no-Mr. Morgan Gould, basibulele ngexesha lenu. Mnanani saphinda sidibane kwixesha elizayo.
Thank you.
Inkosi.
Bulela thina Mr. Bekangaka beniphathele khona umphulaphula afternoon drive DJ Abza mna nomphulaphula masiphinda sidibane ngomso phaka breakfast show xa nimphathele ezinye iinkcukacha ezithe vetshe ngazo ezemidlalo.
Up to the time, them for no stop, and I'm original Nigerian, don't